Why are we here, guys? Why are we here? Why did you come to soccer practice? To get better? Okay, how many of you want to compete in middle school or high school next year? Raise your hand. All of you. Okay? All right. Now let me tell you something. Do you think the high school coach is saying, I wonder what Ayan is doing so he can get better so I can recruit him? You think that's what his coach is thinking? No? Is the varsity coach saying, I wonder how many hours Marcos is practicing so that he can be on my team? You think that's what he's doing? No. So who's going to bring the effort? It's only you. The coach is just going to see how many of you guys made the effort. All right? Now, um, everybody line up in order from 1, look at your number, from 1 to the smallest number to the biggest number. So 1, right there, Juan, right there. 1 is 1. Okay, line up in order. Quick, 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 quick. Quick! No, that's 9. The striker. All right. Everybody good? Everybody in order? All right, good. Now, you can get closer. You can get closer. All right. So, in a team, pay attention. Hey, pay attention. No, 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 no. Pay attention. Pay attention. So, in a team, um, all of you have a rank. One of you is better than the other, right? You guys don't know who, but I do. But there's a rank, okay? So, and anything you do in work, when you become an adult, when you go work, in school, there's a valedictorian. You know what that is, right? So there's always a best student, and there's a student that may be failing. Okay? In soccer, there's always the best player and the player that needs the most help. Now, when we start, right? Let's say this is the ranking, let's say. Okay? Now, if you come to practice and you practice twice a week, right? Are you going to grow? Yes, you're going to grow. Okay? Are you going to grow better than your friends who want to join the team but they're not playing soccer? Yes. So you're growing more than they are. Okay? Now, let's say if all of you come to practice and that's all you do, you're going to grow. So take a step to the left this way. Take a step that way, just a little bit. Everybody's growing. You see that? You used to be there. Now you're here. Right? Now, what if you were at the very end and you wanted to be like over here somewhere? What does that player need to do to come over here? Because if he only comes to practice, then everybody learns together and he's never going to get in the top 5. What does he need to do to come to the top 5? Practice on his free time? Practice on his own, right? He has to what? He has to play for multiple teams, okay? He has to maybe watch video, study, right? On his own. Because if he only does it here, what happens? Everybody else, he's never going to pass anyone, right? Okay, now what tends to happen, this happens in real life too, what tends to happen is the first 5 players, 4 to 5 players, let's say the first 4 players, they're usually already practicing on their own. So they're naturally gonna grow. So you 4, scooch. So week 1, right there. Week 2, one more step. Week 3, one more step. Week 4, right there. So after 4 weeks, they're over there and you guys are still here. You see that? Because they're practicing on their own and you guys were not. You see that gap? So the gap just gets bigger. Do you think now number 10 is ever going to catch up now? Even if he tries really hard, now the best he can hope for is like somewhere over there. You see that? So it requires a lot of commitment to get all the way up there. And that's what I want you to see. Okay? So that's as an individual, you tell yourself, what do I want? Because if all you do is come to practice and that's it, then this is what's going to happen. Okay? Now, I want all of you to grow. I want all of you to be over there as a coach. And my job is to motivate you to do that. Who wants that? Who wants to be over there? All of you want to be over there? Okay, let's do it. I like that. Okay? All of you want to be over there? I want that too. But it's not going to happen if you only do what? if you only practice twice, what gets in the way from practicing more than twice a week? School, work, video games, TV, huh? Fast food, yeah. Fast food, yeah. Watching TV, getting sick, yeah. Okay. So lots of different things get in the way. Um, last, okay, get close together again. Here's the last point I'm going to make. So also, as a team now, that was individual. As a team, we're going to compete this Saturday on the tournament, right? The other team is practicing twice a week, 3 times a week, 2 hours, 3 hours. So as a team, they're going to grow. Now, some of the teams we're facing this weekend, we're going to face again in the end of May. Okay? So are we going to grow in a month? Because that team is going to grow. Now, everybody grow together as a team. Go to this way. Grow as a team, grow as a team, grow as a team. Now, if we don't outgrow the opposite team, they're gonna beat us. If they beat us, they're gonna beat us again. Or if we tie them, they're gonna beat us. Okay? So we have to outwork them as a team. Does that make sense? So what does that mean? That means if Marcos is really good, we're not gonna win. We have to get everybody. So I want you to motivate your teammates. Okay? Say, hey, let's get better. Hey, Santi, come on, keep it on the ground, buddy. Like positive words. Hey, let's encourage each other because only as a team are you going to win. Does that make sense? Okay.